Hey everyone, it's Omi. We're here in Spruce Pine, and today we're talking to Robert, the marketing director of the space event going on next month in Spruce Pine, North Carolina.
How are you, folks? Glad to be here. My name is Robert Storch, and I'm with Wonderfy, and we're doing the marketing part of the space event, which is the Spruce Pine Alien Conference and Expo, June 14th and 15th, right here in Spruce Pine, North Carolina.
It's a very pretty town, so...
It is gorgeous. It's a little tiny. If you blink, you'll drive right by it. But it's the people here are amazing.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. It closes down on Sunday, so we're trying to work on that aspect of the world.
So that traditional, historic, old, small town Carolinas, it has that draw and allure, but tell me more about space. It's the Spruce Pine Alien Conference and Expo.
Absolutely. It's
small town America and aliens, that's not something you usually see in the news.
You don't.
So.
But because we're of the location of Spruce Pine, we have some of the most amazing gems and minerals and veins of quartz in the mountains. And it is the world's purest quartz. It has actually been used for the Hubble telescope.
Wow.
It's been used on the space shuttle. Every cell phone, piece of equipment, computer has some parts of Spruce Pine quartz in it. There was an article in Wired magazine saying how we are the most influential city in the world, basically, that nobody's ever heard of. Because everything that goes into technology has come out of the mountains.
So every piece of everyday technology, from my phone to even this recorder, possibly has a piece of spruce pine in it.
It does. The quartz is so pure that they can't get it anywhere else, and it's just amazing here.
Yeah.
So it's been part. And for those people that aren't particular aliens, it's also used in the sand traps of Augusta National Golf Course.
Oh wow.
That's how pure it is.
That's fancy. And speaking to the ufology and alien community, there's a bunch of different theories about aliens being in search of precious minerals. So if there were alien activity, or according to ufologists, this would be some sort of hotspot for those precious minerals.
Exactly. So that's since the beginning of Spruce Pine, they've had sightings all around the mountains. Mount Mitchell is just south west of here. It's the highest mountain east of the Mississippi. There's different theories about what's underneath that mountain.
Really?
The Brown Mountain Lights are just around the area.
Yeah.
We've had supposedly 3 crash sites that have been investigated just around here. And Mitchell County is, and it has been reported, you can see on the Fox News article, the #1 county in North Carolina for UFO sightings.
Wow.
So that's why it made such sense to bring a festival here to embrace everything that is Spruce Pine. It's always been involved at the center of UFO activity. Mm-hmm. Because it's just a small city, small town, it doesn't get the recognition that it should.
So are we shooting for the Roswell east of the Mississippi, or do we just want to bring attention to the great history and interesting facts about the town?
If you talk to some folks, they'll say it's bigger than Roswell, but those are just locals, and I'm new to the town, and there's a lot of stories, just a lot of stories coming out of here of people who have had encounters, abductions, relationships, ongoing relationships.
Wow.
There are some amazing speakers that are coming to the event.
And I saw that on the event. You're going to have an open
panels,
panel?
You can go up on stage and speak about your adventures or
experiences,
encounters.
Yeah.
There's people that have lost time. that have ongoing relationships with folks.
Okay.
All kinds of things.
Wow.
I am simply amazed. You know, I saw a UFO when I was a young lad up in the sky. It changed my life.
Really?
And it was amazing. I can remember. And so to hear these people come up to us and say, thank you very much for putting this event on so I have a forum to tell my story, to tell what happened to me. Nobody ever believes us, and now we have an opportunity to have something like this.
It does come from a place of the heart, because I guess this meeting of minds, I would say, is some form of validation for your own experiences, but it also gives everybody else a platform to share their experience as well.
True,
So,
and to hear some different stories, because this, you see what's on TV and people tell you all these kinds of stories, but to actually hear real people, 90-year-old people, all kinds of folks just tell their stories and how similar they are in what's happened to them. And
that's the thing. Modern culture usually feeds a certain idea, down our throats. We just talked about on the podcast the other night these cigar-shaped UFOs, and I'd love to hear those stories from people in this community, how their UFO experience went, because, growing up, I'm like, oh, it's just this flying saucer or the triangles, the military triangles. But here in Carolina, you have a range of different experiences and stories, and I'd love to hear those. So I'm excited for the event.
We're excited also. On a side note, did you get to see on the Facebook feed of the picture of the alien, of the spaceship?
No, I didn't.
We posted up there a cigar-shaped picture.
Oh, okay.
It had never been shown before. It had never been seen anywhere, and it was just snapped out of.
That's cool, because I'm going by the encounters that we've read, like the historical ones, because once we found out about space, we tried to do our own research, and there are a bunch of accounts of cigar-shaped UFOs, and then the most common thing, which touches home with me and Spruce Pine, is the Brown Mountain Lights and the orb experiences right between Spruce Pine and Marion, North Carolina. And I'm like, that's what I want to interact with and the people I want to meet. So
all those, that's the beauty, is where we're situated. There's people are able to come from all around, from Asheville, from Charlotte, from Marion, all over the mountain, and coming up to the mountain and having an experience that they can just feel comfortable at and share their encounters.
And that all is wonderful, and it's what I look forward to. However, we don't want to make it too serious. I know there's going to be fun at this event.
Oh, lots of fun.
So the one I want to know most about is you're going to do an Area 51 playhouse and a costume contest?
Yes. Well, hopefully we're having we're having two separate costume contests. We don't want to shame the little kids with the adult costumes. So early in the morning will be a kids costume, and there are going to be a number of prizes donated by local companies here.
Cool.
And then they can go into a bounce house inflatable section. It's going to be the whole upper parking lot of the Mitchell County News, the Mitchell Journal newspaper, up there, and they can play for hours while the adults are down in the beer garden and talking to vendors. We have a huge stage, a real rock stage that'll be set up for people to tell their stories. And then in the afternoon, after they visit the beer garden and partake in all that, we're having an adult costume
more grown-up contest.
Yes. And then late, a little about 3 o'clock, we're going to be putting alien ducks, little rubber ducks, in, and everyone has an opportunity to buy a raffle, buy their duck, and we're going to drop them all into the river and let them run down the river, and the first duck to cross the line will get, we're trying to see maybe a big screen TV as one of the prizes.
So prizes to be,
a signed Mike Barra book, autographed, and a bunch of prizes just to have some fun. So the key to this experience is we want families to come in, experience the mountain, come in to the town and have fun.
Okay.
You know, we know there's going to be a serious side. We know there's people that are serious about their UFOs and what goes on in the world. But we also wanted to have a chance that they could bring their kids up. The kids will feel safe, have fun, and they can indulge with the vendors and the other folks that are here and hear the stories, hear the panels, and just have fun.
And then tell me a little bit more about some of the vendors and some of the sponsors, because I know you've got a few vendors going on. Are there any ones that you're really excited about or you can think of offhand?
Oh, there's a gentleman who's selling alien currency.
Okay.
He's excited about that. But it's a lot of, at the moment, we still have room for a couple more vendors, but it's people that are local to Spruce Pine that are interested in sharing what they do and some of their experiences. Like, I'm hoping that there'll be some minerals from the mountain that people can sell their quartz and all their excitement about that, because Spruce Pine minerals are, world renowned, and the gem and rock and gem festivals here for I think 35 some years. And so that's a big opportunity. But we wanted to give the folks of Spruce Pine, at least for the first one, an opportunity to come out and show people that aren't from the mountain, this is what we're about. So this is the excitement about it. So it's not, we've asked them to include some alien related materials, but we wanted a lot of people to get to know some of the Spruce Pine people, and when they come back next year, we'll do more alien related materials, but just get to know people.
So more of like a focus on the local flavor, basically.
Correct. So, and there's a lot. There's supposedly a woodworker. We have a comic book vendor. One of the local artists drew the comic book. Another local person is publishing the comic book and then distributing it right at the festival. It's the only place it's going to be available, done right for the festival.
So if you want an exclusive first edition of Space and have your first taste of local talent, that would be the book to get. So.
And I think you might be able to get them to sign it. So it'll be great.
That's cool.
And the folks around here have been really supportive of us. Like the Big Lynn Lodge is our quartz sponsor. They've really jumped in, and it's a fantastic place to stay if you're coming up for the festival. They even include a complimentary dinner and breakfast for your stay.
That's nice.
And it's if you've never been out there, you've got to stop in and see it. It's just gorgeous. It's a really nice place. The Western North Carolina Service Group has taken up. The two mines, Sabelco and Quartz, are getting involved with that. Gem Mountain.
Oh, really?
Gem Mountain has told us that they are going to bring a play area for the kids.
Okay.
And have gems and minerals in the sand, and they can go.
I might be in there.
I told them that. I said, come do that. Bring a little bit of what you do in the mines. Have fun for the kids. So that's all going to be there.
And see, that's the one thing, because I noticed if you get up here, besides the space event, there's some other things that I'd want to stay up here and do. And not just, okay, let's have this event devoted or about aliens and Spruce Pine, but there's so many other things. So I understand that the lodge would want to, hey, come stay with us. You can enjoy more of Spruce Pine later. So,
exactly. You get to stay overnight and see. I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous. Their views are absolutely gorgeous, but even just coming up to some of the mountains in town, and some of the sites are just above the mountains. Like I was just up on Sunset Mountain a couple days ago, and the clouds are down in the valley, and it's like you almost feel like you're in another world, like part of an alien kind of encounter, because you just look out and all you see is little islands of mountaintops all around the valley down there.
Peaks poking through, and it's like people who listen to the podcast, they know I like two things. I like rocks a lot, and then I like photography. So there's all those opportunities here as well. Why not attend the Spruce Pine Alien Expo and Conference?
It's a little bit of a mouthful. That's why we just say
for me, but
That's why we say space.
Yeah.
And one of the other things about the event is it's free.
Yeah.
95% of it is all free.
Okay.
The rock bands are all free. You have to pay for your alcohol. I think in some face painting and things like that might be $1 or $2 for things like that. But we've tried to make everything free. The only charges are for Mike Barra, who's coming in from Ancient Aliens. He's going to be doing a talk on the Bermuda Triangle and the moon, the encounter of the moon landing and things like that. That is a separate event for Mike in an enclosed facility across the street, which is gorgeous.
Okay.
It's an old factory that's been rehabilitated and made to look gorgeous.
Okay.
If you don't get a chance to see it, stop over there. It's just absolutely, it's cross street building. It's gorgeous, absolutely. They've done an amazing job with the building. And they have rooms in there that'll hold 150, 200 people for Mike Barra's event. And we're selling...
How long are those talks?
I think he's going to be talking for an hour.
Okay.
And question and answers, signing autographs, and such. So it's limited. So if people, they can get tickets up on the website, but they're selling out, and once we sell out, there won't be any more room for it.
But there are 2 different opportunities to hear him speak.
On 2 different topics. He's not even repeating the same topic, so you get to pick Mike's brain on 2 different topics, which is an opportunity. And he's also, and so we didn't want to leave anyone out. So Mike is also going to be part of a panel up onto the main stage talking about aliens.
Okay.
So you'll actually get 3 opportunities to see Mike talk. And if you've never seen him or heard him before on Ancient Aliens or on his podcast, he's a funny guy. He really is a hoot to listen to and interact with. I've been able to talk to him a few times, and he's great.
And I know you guys have a link to him on your website as well, so you can check out like his whole history and his background there too. And,
exactly. It's some people don't. I mean, for us up on the mountain, we get to see Ancient Aliens every once in a while, and the rest. But if you've never seen him on the show, his book, and he's done an actual fiction book, which is Lightbringer or something. Lightbringer, yeah.
Because I looked that up and I was like, how did I miss that? So
it's like, wow, he's delved into a few little things, and suppose he's bestseller. He is a best-selling on the Times bestseller list. So it's work that people are reading and enjoying, and bringing him here was an opportunity we couldn't pass up. It's give him a little bit of expertise to the little town here.
So we have all these different reasons to get excited for this event. It's barely a month away.
Little over 3 weeks. 3 weeks and 3 days. And it's amazing. We're excited.
Is there anything else, though, that you could think of that we would want to share with people or give them a reason to be more interested in this event and attend?
Well, we'd like them. I mean, the reason Jimmy put this event together was to let people know about Spruce Pine. They're going through, some of the factories have left here, and they're in a transition part of time. And that's why he thought it was a great opportunity to introduce people to Spruce Pine, let them have some fun, let them have a little bit of a serious side to it about the aliens, because we are packed with alien lore and adventure all around us, all around Mitchell County here. And so people can have the opportunity to come up here, spend the day, see the gorgeous mountains and nature that's here, but also get to know the folks here and have a first introduction to what Spruce Pine and Mitchell County is about, and get to know the folks. And hopefully we're hoping a few folks will be like, wow, this is gorgeous, I'd love to move here.
So it's giving visibility to the town. I mean, there's a dual purpose.
Absolutely.
Provide an entertaining reason to come here, but also showcase why this town should be on the map.
And exactly. And Jimmy's been doing it since he was 6. When he was 6 or so, he drew a postmark for the Gem and Mineral show, and had the post office stamping it on the day of the show. He's dressed the theater up when the Flintstones came.
Oh.
He made it just like bedrock, and he decorated the theater all by himself and got in there and did that. So Jimmy's been, since he was a kid, he's had a love of Spruce Pine. And he tells the story lovingly. He spent the first half of his youth trying to get out of Spruce Pine, and now he spent the second half of his life trying to get back to here and really make a difference.
And Jimmy is the man behind the concept of Spruce Pine.
He is.
And you're here to help execute the vision.
We are. We're trying to give the marketing vision for him. He's had this vision. He wants to make Spruce Pine, visible, but have people have fun.
Yeah.
And thanks to folks like you,
thank you.
we're just trying to get the word out and just be serious, but have fun. We want people to feel safe here and see what Spruce Pine is about, but tell their stories and just know that this is a safe haven for your experience and the times you've had, and that maybe nobody else has believed you, but we're going to be bringing in other people that have had similar experiences or completely different experiences, and this is the one time you can tell that.
Someone to listen to you.
Exactly, and non-judgmental listen to you.
We have friends at M&D Paranormal, and that is the one key thing that they stress. They're a paranormal investigation team, but they stress the events they hold. Non-judgmental. You should feel comfortable at this event. You should feel, free to discuss your opinions, even if they're way over here and I'm here. We can both talk about pretty much the same thing. And with Spruce Pine, I think it's the emphasis that we're bringing a new idea here, but you can be comfortable and have fun while we bring these new ideas here.
Exactly.
It's a beautiful place.
It is, and it's I think a lot of the locals are starting to embrace it. I mean, you saw downstairs Poppy's Wildcraft, the store's decorated, and if you go through town, there's a number of stores already decorating and getting into it. And the folks that have been here and grown up here have always heard those stories. They've always had the sightings, and never the opportunity to express them.
Yeah.
And so now all of a sudden they're being given this opportunity and they're just like, yum, 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 like little Pac-Man, yum, 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 yum. I want a little more of this, a little more of this.
So let your hair down, but have fun. Yeah.
Exactly. Put your hair green and let your hair down.
That's
and
true.
People are, we've gotten a lot of basic. It's free, but you can go online and sign up for tickets. We're giving away T-shirts for free if you sign up.
Yeah, I did want to mention that because I don't think, even myself up until a week ago, didn't realize, register for this free event. You can get a T-shirt. There's some other stuff going on as long as you make sure you register online.
Exactly.
And we'll put a link to that in our show notes. So.
I appreciate that. Yeah, we just wanted to, it's free. We'd like to get an idea of who's showing up, where they're coming from, just basic information. We won't sell it to anyone.
We are talking the UFO community here,
I know, so. it's all just.
We just want to know you're coming.
Yeah, we just want to know you're coming, and possibly just say next year you're first on the list to know what's going on.
That's the
and the newspapers have been covering it. Asheville newspaper has been covering it. Charlotte newspaper has been covering it. They've been asking for interviews and
WLOS, yeah.
Exactly. So it's if you go on there, sign up, and we'll give out the free things. And the same, we're going to be selling tickets. A bigger push for Mike Barra, and if you sign up buy a ticket for Mike Barra, we're going to have a personal autograph session with him. One of his books, personally autographed for you to take home with you.
Cool.
So we'll be adding that to the list today. So it's excitement.
That's a big announcement. I look forward to it.
That's a first for you. It hasn't even been mentioned before. Did the lights go off somewhere?
Yeah.
Is it breaking?
But I think that's pretty awesome. Just to wrap things up, though, if people have questions or they want more info or need any help, should they reach out to you on Facebook or email? What's the best way to get in contact with you?
The best way is on Facebook.
Okay.
Like us. We just reached 300 half hour ago, so we're excited by that. But yeah, reach out on Facebook. We monitor it all the time. And that way we can answer questions immediately.
Okay.
Our email addresses are all there. They can feel free to contact us at Wonderfy
Okay.
And reach us there. But the best way is on Facebook.
And if you just type space Spruce Pine, it's actually a first result. So,
Well, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the website is spacenc.com.
Okay.
So they can go there. That's where they can, if anyone who wants to be a vendor, the vendor forms are there.
Yeah.
The tickets for Mike Barra are there. They can buy shirts. There's only 35 of the green shirts left.
Okay.
Those will be sold out permanently after
Yeah.
the 35 are done. The colored ones are just coming in. They'll be delivered tomorrow. So we're excited on those. Those will be sold all the way up to the event. All that, and the bands,
Yeah.
all the bands that are playing, they all have YouTube videos of what the music they
'Cause
play.
I was looking for that.
That's
Okay.
on that page,
Yeah.
on the music and speaker side.
That's where it is. Great.
And if they want to pay for the vendor form, that's there. If they want to print it out and send it to us, if they don't like the internet, they can always print it out and send it to us. That's on the More page.
Okay.
And so all of it's on there, but feel free, your listeners can feel free to contact us, and we'll be glad to help them out in whatever way we can.
Cool. Well, thank you. It was great talking to you.
A pleasure. Thank you.
And look forward to June 14th and 15th.
I can't wait to see you guys here
Thank
and
you.
having fun and getting your questions answered and meeting new people.
That's a cool thing.
We have lots of visitors. So thank you.
Thanks.